Jon-Paul Pittman, we've announced you've signed for the club. I think you prefer JP, don't you?
Yeah, everyone calls me JP.
Everyone calls you JP. Tell us why sign for Torquay United, what brought you to the club?
A number of things really. Firstly, I know it's a good club just from my career, having played against Torquay so many times. Always a good atmosphere down there. It's a nice feel, especially with what's gone on with that stand over there. It always just gives you a good vibe as well. It's a lovely place. You know, I've got a young family. But aside from that, having spoken to the gaffer, my agent, Tyrone Thompson, played here, had a couple of good years here that he really enjoyed. So, you know, really everybody I spoke to about it had nothing bad to say about it. And so, you know, when I came down and had a look around and whatever, it just got a good vibe.
How many times have you played here? Roughly?
Yeah, I don't know, half a dozen times probably, maybe. I mean, I've played Torquay all the way through my career, played against the manager. Had some good battles and some good, scuffles. But yeah, that's all part and parcel of football. You know, people cross paths all the time.
Do you know any of the players we have here already?
Yeah. I know Sean. Quite well.
Sean McGinty.
Yeah, Sean McGinty.
How do you know him?
He came to Oxford for a period when I was there, and obviously had a great start to his career, Man United and whatever. So I know he'll be keen to sort of rekindle what was so close for him. We want to get back up to those levels, and why not? And with hopefully a little bit of experience around him, that will help raise his game.
You're a versatile player in some respects. You played in the wing, but it's up front where you're at home. Is that why you're coming?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think certainly early on in my career, I was played out on the wing because of my pace and athleticism. But as you start to get a bit more experience and understand what's required of you, positionally, I think straight down the middle is a good position for me. Even though in stature I'm not the biggest, I win my headers, and I'd like to think I make good runs. So yeah, it works for me playing down the middle these days.
What's the gaffer told you about pre-season? What were you expecting?
It's going to be tough, is what he said, which is nothing new in football, but I think it's going to be progressive in the sense that we're not going to be running through the woods or things like that just for the sake of it. It's going to be it's a modern game, so you've got to have a modern approach. So it's going to be a little bit more tailored to how we're going to get that individual as fit as they can be, as opposed to everybody's just going to do the same thing. So I know there's going to be an element of individualism in it, which is cool. It's quite unique. You don't hear that you don't hear that often, especially at this level. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm
sure the Yellow Army are familiar with you as a player. Obviously you haven't played it so much, but for someone that doesn't know, can you just describe what sort of player you actually are and what you bring to the game?
I'd just like to think I'm all action. I'd just like to think I'm all action. Try and get about the pitch. Try and be in the mix. Try and be in the right places at the right time, and just play in the moment. I've played in some big games in my career, so I'd like to think that I've got some experience of game management and maybe helping out my teammates around me. That's certainly what the gaffer's going to be, as a requirement of his for me as one of the more senior players. I'm 30 now. He's going to want me to try and be that voice on the pitch to relay across what's going on in the technical area.
You'd be up front with striker we've already signed, Rory Keating, who played here last season.
Yeah.
What do you know about him? He's a pacey, all-action striker like yourself, so defences in the National League won't get an easy time, will they?
Yeah, no. Everyone I've spoke to about Rory say he's exactly that. He's got a big heart and he runs around and he's got a lot of energy, and that's a great starting point for any striker, especially at this level. And if you can channel that with making timed runs and composure in front of goals and those sorts of things, then you have a right player on your hands. So I'm looking forward to meeting him. I'm looking forward to working with him, and the rest of the guys that I've met already seem like they're raring to go and they seem like good men. So,
well, excellent. Welcome to the club, JP, and
cheers, mate.
We'll see you in action soon.
Cheers, mate.